Selah. A pause between faith and doubt. I no longer identify as a Christian. Now, before you start to preach and reach for assumptions on what led me here, just listen. There will be no dissing on either side. Even with good intentions, I'd rather no condescension be even implied. Please do not doubt how hard I tried to keep the faith, but it's hard to make conclusions about things that cannot be verified. That's, to me at least, delusion. Confusion penetrated the walls I built to the point where even guilt could no longer restrain me. My brain be contemplating all the facts I've been taught, history I bought, till I'd get distraught, cause no matter how hard I fought the doubts in my attempts of defense, there was one thing I could never deny. The concept of logical fallacies just makes sense. So this is usually the part where a good Christian would start to intercede with an earnest heart, but I'd assume it'd be hard to tell me something I have not already heard. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Without him, you'll burn. That's only one possibility of 100 you've probably yet to learn. But I do believe if my earnest skepticism is to earn hellfire, then I guess get me the urn. I do doubt it. Why would God allow it? From Joseph of Genesis to Jesus' father Joseph, to Joseph Campbell, to Joseph Solomon, all of them at some point pointed me to a new level or phase that would raise questions or confessions that led to a lesson in blessings, even if disguised as a curse. Whether a verse in the Bible or an insight on tribal context, the concept would conceive revelation that would breed contemplating of everything we think we have ever known. Every seed of education ever sown. No stone left unturned, but that can cause bridges to burn, which deal pain to a man who still yearns for connection. So I'd be lying if I were to say this confession does not scare me. Hear me out. My doubt comes from the very brain God created. And believe it or not, I believe this was fated. See, we had a conversation. A few, for years. Involving fears and tears, my roots torn apart, an examination of my heart, feeling my way through the dark. It was never a walk in the park. What I'm trying to say is, I don't chase this. I didn't chase this. But it seems I was selected or elected to have my faith infected with open perspective. I've always respected people too smart to fall for deceptive and flawed information. As intellectual as I've always been, my head would always spin whenever something would not quite add up, but I felt inadequate to question God. I don't think it's a facade, but I always found it a cop-out when people would merely say, God works in mysterious ways. Unfortunately, that's not enough for me. It could be, but at this point, I need more than informed faith. I require verified fact. And God knows that. Now, please understand, I don't think less of you for believing. I admire you even for being able to hold to your perspective. It's just not something I was blessed with. But I respect it, even though I know you have no choice but to fear for my soul. That this whole poem was only evidence to you that the Jesus you believe in, I don't know him. I understand. It's the price I've paid to have my mind expand, and I know Colossians 2:8 says not to be deceived by vain philosophies, but hypothetically and ironically, what if Christian faith was also one of these? I think it's best you stop there, D's. Please. Okay, I'm done. But wait, one more thing. I still do believe in God. I understand that not all things can be answered or verified, and I've made peace with uncertainty. So certainly, I am without bitterness and my mind still open. This is not the rage found in Hobson's Ill Mind 7, or church hurt from seeing hypocrisy from a reverend. It's focused reason to know what I believe in and stand on it firm if I'm, for example, going to tell others that it's Jesus in heaven. So for those hoping for the prodigal son to come back and stay, it's imperative for you to know there's unfortunately nothing you can say. But if you want to test your faith anyway, please just continue to pray. Oh, by the way, dear Christian, thank you for being one of the few to lend an ear and just listen. Selah.